Welcome back to our series on the Polish September of 1939. In this fifth and final part, we turn to the last, desperate struggles of a nation caught between two ruthless invaders. The Soviet invasion on September 17th was a devastating blow, immediately labeled a stab in the back by observers around the world, including the British newspaper, The Times. This act sealed Poland's fate, yet the fight was far from over. Polish forces, driven by an unyielding spirit, refused to surrender. In the Lublin region, Polish troops regrouped, launching a major offensive against the Germans. Their goal was audacious: to break through the German lines and forge a path towards the Hungarian border, a potential escape route for the government and military remnants. This desperate maneuver led to the largest and longest engagement of the campaign, the Battle of Tomaszow. For 10 grueling days, the Kraków and Lublin armies threw everything they had at the German forces. They fought with incredible courage, but the odds were insurmountable. Surrounded and exhausted, they were eventually defeated, their hopes of breaking through to the south crushed. Meanwhile, in the southern part of the country, near the historic city of Lwów, another front was ablaze with fierce combat. Here, the army, led by General Kazimierz Sosnkowski, wrote a remarkable chapter of bravery. General Sosnkowski, a distinguished veteran who had once been the chief of staff for the 1st Brigade of the Polish legions, commanded his troops with exceptional skill and determination. Near the town of Jaworów, his forces clashed with the elite German SS regiment Germania. In a stunning display of tactical prowess and sheer grit, the Poles won a glorious victory, dealing a humiliating blow to one of the Third Reich's most prized units. This victory, however, came at a great cost. General Sosnkowski's army, though victorious, had suffered tremendous losses. They had fought numerous battles on their march, and their strength was waning. Tepu said, on managing to reach the outskirts of Lwów, a city valiantly holding out against German siege, but weakened and depleted. Sosnkowski's forces were ultimately encircled and defeated by the relentless German advance just outside the city they had fought so hard to reach. The city of Lwów itself, having successfully repelled German attacks, faced a new, impossible choice. With the Soviet Red Army now at its gates, the city's defenders surrendered to the Soviets on September 22nd, choosing what they likely saw as the lesser of two evils, a decision that would have tragic consequences. While these battles raged across the country, the heart of Poland, its capital city of Warsaw, was still beating, still fighting. Warsaw's defiance became a global symbol of resistance, and at the center of it was the city's heroic president, Stefan Starzyński. His voice, broadcast daily over the radio, rallied the citizens and soldiers, his words a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. He organized civil defense, managed dwindling supplies, and became the civilian leader of the armed struggle, refusing to abandon his people. But the situation in the besieged capital was growing more desperate by the hour. The German noose tightened, and the attacks intensified. On September 25th, the Luftwaffe unleashed its most savage air raid yet, a terrifying display of aerial power known as Black Monday. Nearly 630 tons of demolition and incendiary bombs rained down on Warsaw. The city became an inferno. Public buildings, historic churches, and countless homes were engulfed in flames. Hospitals clearly marked with the Red Cross emblem were deliberately targeted, a clear violation of all conventions of war. The city was being systematically destroyed, its people terrorized. The relentless bombardment and the tightening siege took a horrific toll on the civilian population. Food supplies ran out. Electricity and running water were cut off. The city was starving, thirsty, and plunged into darkness, with the constant threat of death from above. Faced with this catastrophic humanitarian crisis, and the impossibility of continuing the fight without causing further mass suffering, the difficult decision was made. On September 27th, the command ordered a halt to the fighting. Warsaw, the proud and defiant capital, finally fell silent. 2 days later, the nearby Modlin fortress, another key point of resistance that had held out for weeks, also surrendered. The defense of the Polish coast ended on October 2nd with the capitulation of the Hel Peninsula, where sailors and soldiers had fought a desperate, isolated battle. Yet, even with the fall of Warsaw and the major pockets of resistance, the September campaign was not quite over. The final shots were yet to be fired. The last act of this tragedy unfolded in the Lublin region. the same area where the major battles had been fought weeks earlier. A unique formation, the Independent Operational Group, Palasi, led by General Francis, was still in the field. This force had been formed from units in the east and had been marching west to try and aid the defense of Warsaw. When they learned of the capital's surrender, their mission changed. They were now a lone force in a conquered land, but they refused to lay down their arms. General Kleberg and his men turned south, hoping to continue the fight. Near the town of Kock, they encountered advancing German motorized units. What followed was the final battle of the Polish September. From October 2nd to October 5th, General Kleberg's troops fought with incredible skill and ferocity. They were not crushed by the Germans. In fact, they inflicted severe losses on the enemy, proving that the Polish soldiers' spirit was unbroken. They were a testament to the resilience and courage that defined the entire campaign. But courage alone cannot win a war. In the end, it was not the enemy that defeated them, but the simple lack of ammunition. With their last bullets spent, having fought to the absolute limit of their resources, General Kleberg's men surrendered on October 6, 1939. These were the last organized shots fired in the campaign. Poland had been overrun, but its army had never been truly defeated in spirit. They had been overwhelmed by two powerful aggressors attacking from opposite sides. The September campaign was over, but the fight for Poland was just beginning. A fight that would continue in the underground, in exile, and on every front of the Second World War. Thank you for joining us for this series. We hope it has shed light on a crucial, often overlooked chapter of history. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content.